The financial impact of Caitlin Clark on the WNBA is worth close to $1 billion. So when we have been on here telling you that she is the needle mover, she is the box office attraction, she is the game changer, she is her. We're not just making it up. We're not just making up a story to tell you. I don't have the energy to make up stories. I give you information. And when I tell you she is all those things, and you tell me, well, no, she's not, well, I have the data to back it up. There's an article today, to actually not today, but a few days ago, May 24th, by Andrew Greif out of from Yahoo Sports. The value of Caitlin Clark in the WNBA could eclipse $1 billion. Let that sink in. $1 billion. She was, well, welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. We talk facts over feelings. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, leave a comment, and let me know your thoughts on what this video is about. Appreciate y'all continued support of the channel as we get closer to 9,700 subscribers. Only about 30 away from 9,700, and then it's upwards to 10,000, folks. I appreciate y'all, and I thank you for your continued support of the channel. Remember, we do go live tonight, 9 p.m., and we will be talking about an array of things, but this will be a massive event session, and I will give y'all the floor. I'll talk for a bit, and then I'll be opening the lines so y'all can say what y'all feel, give me y'all opinions, and we go from there. But thank you again for supporting the channel. So this is the article on Yahoo Sports that talks about the financial impact of Caitlin Clark. And Ryan Brewer, who is an associate professor of finance at Indiana University Columbus and an expert at valuations, he goes beyond Clark's box score averages. He says he was asked by the Indianapolis Star to evaluate her economic impact on the WNBA, and he determined she was responsible for a staggering 26.5% of all WNBA activity last season, including revenue from merchandise, ticket sales, and television. So this is last season, folks. This isn't this season. This season was going to be bigger and better. This is last season. So you can only imagine that the numbers this season were going to be bigger. When Brewer crunched numbers to analyze her potential impact in 25, he arrived at a valuation that is quite impressive. If things just go as they were, and we have an expanded season of 22 home games with modest inflation, I'm looking at $875 million, Brewer told NBC News. And I could easily see that eclipsing $1 billion on the economic impact of Caitlin Clark this year. You understand what that means, folks? It's bananas. It's bananas. And when it's BANANAS, this shit is bananas. BANANAS. I this is data. This is the data of dollars. The data of dollars. And here we go. Here's another part of this article right here. While the average of 17,035 fans attended the Fever's 20 home games, more than the city's NBA team, Indiana Pacers, which shares the same arena, averaged over 41 games. Overall, WNBA attendance increased from an average of 6,615 in 2023 to 9,807 last season, as Fever Games produced the most watched WNBA games ever on ESPN, ESPN2, ABC, CBS, and NBA TV. League-wide viewership also broke records, including an average 1.2 million per ESPN broadcast. The WNBA, as a private company, does not disclose revenue figures, a league spokesman said. Yet the league reported last year that its merchandise sales through Dick's Sporting Goods had increased 233% over the previous season. A spokesperson for Fanatics, the WNBA's official e-commerce partner, said Clark ranks in the top 20 of its top-selling athletes across all sports and sixth among all basketball players, including the NBA. The rising tide associated with Clark continued to lift other boats. All WNBA merchandise sold by Fanatics increased by more than 500% last season versus 2023. Clark's effects showed few signs of abating in 25. Early this month, 1.3 million viewers to watch a preseason game, an audience that was bigger than all but two NBA preseason games on ESPN since 2010, and both those games included LeBron James. Of this season's 10 best-selling WNBA games on StubHub, all 10 involved the Fever, according to a spokesperson for the online ticket retailer. When the Fever are the visiting team, the average price of tickets sold jumps by 140%. And the average ticket price of a ticket to catch Clark and Indiana on the road this year is $312. Clark is not just driving demand for the Fever. She's elevating interest across the entire league. Adam Budelli, a StubHub spokesperson, said in a statement. Last year, I'm reading this article to you, and I'm going to link it. Sportico pegged the value of the Fever franchise at $90 million, slightly less than the estimated league average. Yet in Brewer's analysis, the net effect of Clark's presence drove this valuation of the Fever closer to $340 million. She increased the value of the team 400%. 400%. Brewer also calculated that Clark's presence, should the interest in her performances be maintained, would result in an economic impact of approximately $41 million to the city of Indianapolis. I don't know what to tell y'all, folks. This is I'm just looking up anything else that pops out here. To analyze her economic impact, Brewer in part created models that projected the WNBA's attendance for last season based on the league's growth in the years pre-Clark. He then compared it to the actual attendance change and found about 60% of that increase is attributable to Clark. Her ability to fill up the stadiums is amazing. People, man. And now she's not playing. So you have a league that's grown incredibly because of Caitlin Clark, a league that's now producing a lot more money because of Caitlin Clark. Her impact on the league economically is almost $1 billion at a steady rate. Could eclipse that if it jumps a little bit, and I think it would jump. That's just my opinion. I'm not the economic expert, but I think it would jump just looking at the ratings already off the games this year. Just off the games this year, the rating, it's already jumped. Now, you have a league that largely doesn't draw fans. If you go look at the video in which Nafisa Collier was giving her little speech for George Floyd the other day, the arena was largely empty. Largely empty. This is what that arena looked like when she's giving this speech. Not to mention, don't look at the upper deck that's completely curtained off. This is a team that went to the WNBA championship last year. Team that went to the WNBA championship and was a travel call away from winning the championship. A missed travel call away from winning the championship. Their upper deck is still curtained off. Their lower level is still largely empty. This game is about to start. I don't have to listen to the speech. Let me turn that crap off. You can see empty seats all around. Those are sections of seats. Those are hundreds of seats. And if you think it looks like that just from there, it looks like that all over the arena. This is the team that went to the WNBA championship and still can't draw 8,000 people to their games on a consistent basis. And you don't think, and this is saying you don't think that there's an impact from Caitlin Clark? What if Caitlin Clark was going to go play there? What if Caitlin Clark was going to go play in this building? What would your thoughts be? What would your thoughts be if she was going to play in this building, folks? And she's not there. they'd have to curtain off the upper deck again. Oh, they wouldn't be able to because they would have already sold the tickets. But you know what's happening here? And what you're forgetting is that a lot of these teams have decided to move games against Indiana to larger venues. Larger venues cost money. They're not free. So while you sell tickets, and they have sold tickets, I get it. They have sold tickets, and they're largely going to they've largely probably close to sold out, or they're going to sell out. What's going to happen here is you're going to have teams. So, for example, over the next couple of weeks, let's take a look. Over the next couple of weeks, just in the WNBA, with the Indiana Fever, the Fever play Washington at Washington. That is in a different building. That is in a different building now. That is at the CFG Bank Arena. Not the building they played in last year, but still a 14,000 seat arena, something like that. It's big enough. Well, now tickets are going for on Vivid seats for $16. On Vivid seats, $16. Nobody, no one gives a shit now. Nobody gives a shit. You can sit lower level for $45. See if I find anything cheap. $35. $30. This is catastrophic. People are dumping tickets now. They're not going to go. They don't care. You can go to this game now and sit courtside for $300. I mean, legit. You could go courtside and sit $300. If she was playing and you knew she was playing, those would be 3 times that, or maybe more. They'd be more. They'd be more. It's insane. Her impact on this game. The game may be sold out. Great. They sold the tickets. But you know what's going to happen now? Half the building's going to be empty. Because the people that are buying tickets, I mean, dude, there's let me see, how many tickets are there available? Does it say here on Vivid? I mean, there's sections of tickets, man. Seriously, there are sections of tickets. There are a lot of seats open for sale on Vivid. You think these folks are going to games? They're not going to this game. So what's going to happen now is you rented this arena as a team, the Washington Mystics. You rented the arena, and now what's going to happen is you're not going to sell beer. You're not going to sell merch. Restaurants in the area are going to not do shit because it's going to be half the crowd. That's an impact. Then they play at home against Connecticut. Now, granted, they've sold out pretty much their entire season. The Indiana Fever have, more than likely, or close to it. 17,000 people are not going to go to these games. Now, look, man, I'm not bringing you the bad news. I'm bringing the real news. 17,000 people are not going to go watch other players play. 17,000 are going to go watch Caitlin Clark play. She is the box office attraction. It's like going to watch a movie and you were told Denzel Washington was in it, and then you get no Denzel. Are you still going to go watch the movie? You bought the tickets. Are you still going to go watch the movie? Because just because you bought tickets doesn't mean that you're going to keep the plans due to the fact that, well, I still got to park. I still got to buy food. I'm still going to spend money while I'm there. I'm going to dump the tickets. I don't want them. I didn't. My plan wasn't to see other people. My plan was to see Denzel. And in the case of Caitlin Clark, my plan is to see Caitlin Clark. I said on this very podcast, I'm looking to buy tickets to go to see her play in Indiana. She's going to be out for probably a month. She's going to be out for probably a month. And now I'm hearing that the situation might be worse. If what I was told yesterday in a post is that Caitlin Clark has a torn quad, folks, if she has a torn quad, like I don't know. It still says quad strain. I haven't seen torn quad. Yes, a quad strain, a strain of anything is still a partial tear. When it comes to muscles, but it's not a tear. If you have a full torn, if she had a torn quad, Um, yeah, she'd be screwed. She'd be like, forget her being screwed. The league would be screwed. It's been reported as a grade 1 or 2 based on her 2-week reevaluation time. A grade 1 is mild, causing pain and tenderness, but no significant loss of strength, while grade 2 strain involves a partial tear, potentially causing swelling, bruising, and some strength loss. If she has a grade 2 quad strain, then it's going to take longer. If she has a grade 3 strain, which I'm presuming she doesn't have, but if she had a real quad tear, she'd be out for the season. Season's over. The season would be over, folks. And that's why you can't play with these injuries as a team. That's why you have to really have heart to hearts with your players, your star players, and say, look, I need you to be really, really honest with me. Our season is predicated on you. Like, fuck everybody else in this room. You can't play. We can't win. We can't win at the level that we were coming here to win this year. So yeah, this is going to be at least a month, and now we're going to find out who really watches. I can tell you right now, I'm looking at my comments. I'm looking at the comments. The comments are largely, I'm not watching this shit. I'm not watching. I'm not scheduling. I'll tell you this from me to you. Look, you think I'm gonna schedule watching these games at 7:30? Nah, for what? For what? Why do I have to watch it at 7:30? I want to watch them live because of her. She's the must see. I'll watch it on League Pass on recording, and I'll watch it and I'll watch it probably in fast forward. Being real, I'll watch a good portion of it in fast forward. There's no reason for me to sit and give 2.5 hours of my night to watch a team that I don't want to watch play. I can tell you on Wednesday, I'll have that big screen on the Florida Panthers game 5, and I'll have the Indiana game up top. That's where it'll be. And I probably won't be paying much attention to it. So I'll have to watch it again on fast forward on League Pass. Connecticut, Friday night. You think I'm donating my Friday night to Connecticut versus Indiana? You've lost your mind. You've lost your mind. I'll have watched it before Sunday Night Heat, but I'm not giving up a Friday night. You know how many Friday nights I gave up last year for Caitlin Clark? That's the point. The amount of time that people have donated and sacrificed because they want to watch Caitlin Clark play basketball. I would plan a trip to Indiana, buy tickets, buy a hotel, get a hotel room, buy plane tickets, buy game tickets, buy merch, buy food, all that money. I'm not going to spend it right now until I know that she's okay this year. Because I'm not going to schedule to go there in July or August to go watch her play, and then she's not on the court. You know, I would lose my fucking mind if she wasn't on the court, if I paid for that. So I'm not going to do it. And that's what a lot of people are doing. You think that people who are making these trips who bought plane tickets or whatever, or they bought game tickets, you know what they can do with their plane tickets? They can fucking put them to somewhere else. I was doing a 1-day turnaround trip to go see Caitlin Clark. You know, a lot of people doing that. People are driving from out of town to go see her play. I'll find something else to do. You can look right now, $16, $10, $8, $19. The next 4 games, the dump off of tickets for that Saturday, June 7th game versus Chicago at 8 p.m. on CBS. Oh my God, it's catastrophic in nature. That's an 8 p.m. primetime game on a Saturday night. Bro, no one's going to watch that game. They did 2.7 million viewers. Angel Reese fans, where you at? Make sure you support your girl. Make sure you support your girl. But we already know. If that thing does 1 million, I'd probably be surprised. I don't know why anyone. I don't even know why. I'm not going to be watching that on a Saturday night. I'll watch it the next day. I'll watch it on fast forward because I have to talk about it on June 8th on Sunday Night Heat. But this is the whole point. That's what makes someone box office a must see. That's what her effect is. Financially speaking, the teams that she's playing, people aren't going to watch them play because she's not playing. If this goes deeper into Atlanta, New York, Connecticut again, Golden State, they go to Golden State one time this year. Those fans are going to be in despair if she can't play by then. But I wouldn't recommend her play there either. I wouldn't recommend her play in Vegas, Seattle. I would not have her look at that court until June 26th against the Los Angeles Sparks. That's a month. That's what I'd be looking at. Even the tickets across in other arenas are dropping because they know there's a possibility that she's not going to play, so they're dropping prices now to sell them. Because what's going to happen is the closer you get, if she can't play, you won't be able to give those tickets away. The windfall that these other teams these other teams, like even Vegas, T-Mobile Center, if she can't play in Vegas at the T-Mobile Center on June 22nd, they play Connecticut. I mean, that's July. She should be back by then, presuming they do this properly. But folks, you don't. I'm gonna keep talking about it. I'm gonna keep watching it. I will not be donating my weekends for it. I'll watch it when it's convenient for me, like I just said. And that's gonna be the case for a lot of people. A lot of people. It just is. It just is. I can guarantee you that the live streams that people are doing of these games, you won't see as many of them. If they continue to do them, I would be surprised. Prove me wrong. I mean, hey, if they do them, good for them. You wouldn't catch me. There's nothing for me to see. There will be nothing, no reason for me to even be on these live streams to even comment on it. Because what are we gonna comment about? A team that's not whole? We're gonna find out about the coach. We're gonna find out about a lot of things. But we're damn sure we already know that what's happening is gonna happen, and tickets are gonna get dumped off. Buildings are gonna be half empty. It doesn't matter that they sold the tickets out; they'll be half empty. And the merchandise and the concessions and all the things that always come along with it, hotels, the whole nine, they're gonna all take a hit. They're gonna take a hit. And come CBA time, when those owners are looking at the players and saying, "Yeah, man, remember that time stretch where y'all couldn't draw flies to shit because Caitlin Clark got hurt? Yeah, the numbers came back to reality for a little bit, and you know what the reality is. Reality means that y'all don't draw anything. She's the only one. She's the cash cow. So if it's not for her, y'all nothing. I mean, I'm sorry to break the news to y'all, but if you think you're getting a bunch of $1 million players, guess again. Guess again. This situation could lead to a lockout. This situation alone could lead to a more likely possibility of a lockout. We'll see what happens though. You like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. I want to hear what you got to say about this. Did you recognize the fact that the financial loss would be this large? It I did. I knew it would be. But there are people out there that will say it's not. Hey, Angel Reese fans, make sure you're watching Angel Reese play, because if you don't watch her play, then I mean, next Saturday will give you a real good indication as to who watches who. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. This is Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. Come on now.